It began with a single misstep, a stray missile fired by Poland during a routine NATO exercise that struck a Russian border village. Though Poland issued a swift apology, Russia's president Sergei Volkov saw it as the perfect pretext to unleash his ambitions. In a chilling address to the world, Volkov declared, "The West has provoked us long enough, we will no longer tolerate aggression on our doorstep." The newly elected U.S. President Angela Warner faced an impossible decision. With the world on edge, she reached out to Moscow, urging restraint. Volkov, however, demanded the unthinkable, that the United States abandon its NATO allies and promise to never interfere in Eastern Europe again. Warner, unwilling to betray American values but desperate to avoid escalation, attempted to stall. Russia responded by launching a nuclear missile at London. The city was devastated in an instant, plunging Europe into chaos. As the Western world reeled, the Eastern Axis moved with precision. North Korea surged across the DMZ, overwhelming South Korean defenses and capturing Seoul within weeks. China invaded Taiwan, solidifying its dominance in the Pacific. Russia sent shockwaves through Europe, moving troops into the Baltic states and Poland, while daring NATO to retaliate. A hastily convened European Union summit in Brussels turned into a battlefield of ideas. Germany, haunted by its own history, vehemently opposed any nuclear response, fearing further devastation. France, though equipped with nuclear capabilities, hesitated. President Eloise Moreau knew that any retaliation would make Paris the next target. The result was paralysis. Without unified action, major European capitals, Berlin, Paris, Rome, and Madrid, surrendered to the overwhelming force of the Eastern Axis. The occupation of Europe was swift and brutal. Dictatorial regimes were installed, freedoms were stripped away, and dissent was met with merciless crackdowns. The United States, under siege by Eastern Axis warships and blockades, struggled to maintain its own security. Across the Western world, economies crumbled, and millions faced starvation. In desperation, masses fled to Africa, the one continent untouched by the war. African nations, despite their own challenges, opened their borders to refugees, offering them safety and a chance to rebuild. After 3 years of uneasy domination, cracks began to form within the Eastern Axis. Russia sought to consolidate its control over Europe, demanding greater tribute from its allies. China, now the dominant power in Asia, resisted Russian dominance, insisting on a larger share of Europe's resources. North Korea, emboldened by its newfound power, began defying its partners, demanding recognition as an equal player. The alliance fractured. Tensions boiled over into open conflict, with nuclear exchanges between Russia, China, and North Korea, leaving vast swaths of their territories uninhabitable. The Eastern Axis, once invincible, destroyed itself in a cataclysm of its own making. Amid the ruins of the Old World, Africa emerged as a beacon of hope. The influx of Western refugees brought not only new challenges but also new ideas, technologies, and cultures. African nations led by visionary leaders worked together to establish a federation built on unity, innovation, and sustainability. A new economic system based on renewable resources, decentralized industries, and cooperative trade networks replaced the extractive capitalism of the past. Democratic councils, blending indigenous governance with modern systems, ensured representation and accountability. Communities thrived on resilience and inclusivity, embracing diversity as a strength. Cities like Lagos, Nairobi, Abidjan, and Johannesburg became global hubs of innovation, while deserts were transformed into fertile lands through groundbreaking technology. In a speech from the African Federation's capital, Addis Ababa, President Mokhtar Bathily addressed the world. "We have seen the worst of humanity, but we have also witnessed its resilience. Let this be a new beginning, a world where power is not built on domination, but on collaboration, a world where we all rise together." The collapse of the old powers had paved the way for a new era. Africa, once underestimated,